was reworking my pipeline for gathering actual remote jobs and eligibility statuses for each of those. So currently different data sources, including Reddit, web sources, ATS boards, of course. And yeah, this pipeline is not built as a pipeline. It's just basically a set of Node.js and Python workers connected via BoolMQ, Redis. And so I just built this map for my own visualization and to be able to also kind of track any failures and diagnose what's going on at each stage, and of course optimize costs as well. So like have few workers that include LLMs. So I like classify is a pretty like small one, so it rejects the biggest portion of bullshit jobs. Like, well, not necessarily bullshit, but at least it rejects non-remote jobs, which is a vast majority, of course, even if I try to search for sources that primarily contain remote jobs. Yeah, so it rejects quite a lot at this stage, and we have dedupe. We have dedupe also after parsing. Parsing is like the most complex stage for LLMs, so even if I get the data from APIs, I enrich it from bigger data sources. Like normally I also visit the actual web page with a complete description, and at the parse stage the digested input is actual big job description with structured data together. And this helps also to identify actual eligibility for hiring. So the actual fact that I really hate on most job boards is that they don't tell you, for example, that it's US only job until the very last stage of your application, which is very annoying, has been bothering me for a very long time, and well, there is a solution to it. So it's kind of one of my favorite and biggest features. I type that I work in Thailand, and well, it's very specific in where you can work from. Yeah, so not just worldwide, right? Like it's also does this kind of filtering, and very specific in terms of exceptions, countries, time zones, exceptions, and regions, or like maybe work permit. So it parses everything and aggregates in a nice way, so you can really see where you can work from. By the way, this data pipeline, I made it accessible for public as well, so anyone can have a look at what's going on behind the scenes in real time. Yeah, so it's basically same display, just the difference, you cannot really change stuff here. Well, you can drag, but not more. And for me it's a whole digestion pipeline, and also post-processing, of course, which is like embeddings, for example. Also I have a simple machine learning model for salary prediction. Yeah, and here it's like for example, I add a new web source, and it would train automatically the extraction pipeline. It would try to discover hidden or not hidden, like API first, then fallback is like fetch, regular fetch, then headless browser, and last step is headless browser with residential proxy. And same for Reddit, actually. So for Reddit we already know that that's the only valid way of getting data from it, unless we get approval to use API, which unlikely, although I submitted the request, but still. Yeah, so pretty happy with pipeline, and it kind of also really serves well when I try to optimize stuff and adjust throughput, which is also adjustable in this place, like concurrency, limits, and etc. So and also behind the scenes I'm also training machine learning model to kind of better schedule stuff, because one other thing I hate about most job boards is well, if not all, first of all, they lie about when the actual job was published. So they just tell when it was scraped by them, you know. I don't do it. I only show the actual publication date when the company actually announced it. Same with archival. So yeah, archival speed is very important. So you don't want to waste time applying to something that has already been archived. Well, that's my opinion, at least. Well, kind of makes sense. And yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, archival job updates are also very important, and yeah, we want to minimize the time deltas when we get those updates, of course. But at the same time, we want to do it with a limited set of resources, and not to waste compute on something that rarely updates and is unlikely to update more often than it is updating. So yeah, it is important to track various criteria, like what company, you know, like where the company is, like how often does it publish jobs, what jobs it publishes. So, and since we have this structured data already, like even on companies, well, we kind of try to get it as well, to enrich from where we see the data. And it's actually also gradually enriched, so it's not like one-time enrichment. So as like the more data we gather on it, like the better all the consequent models become, of course. So yeah, this is a long game, basically. Yeah, nice shit, I think.